there's this thing in football, and I guess it's more or less all sports, that eventually, people are going to like come and go at your favorite team or your favorite club. And they may be players that you liked, they may be players that you didn't like, they may be people you were so on, and sometimes, it's a little bittersweet, right? Because, we invest so much time and energy into our clubs that we grow attached to the different personalities and the different people, right? The different players, and that's kind of what I want to touch on today. We have some transfer news here. I don't normally talk transfer news all that much, just because like a lot of that stuff can be in flux, and I know sometimes that can be, I could make a video about it, and then like the next day, all of that no longer matters because news has changed or somebody had a change of heart or something, right? And that's kind of sort of the thing that we're on here. So Leverkusen is my German club. I've mentioned this before, and we've lost Xabi. We Jonah Tell Ta. I don't know why I can never say his name right. Maybe I am dyslexic. Is leaving. I hear rumors that he's going to Bayern. I don't know if they confirmed it or not at this time of recording, but that is what I've been hearing on the grapevine, so to speak. Frimpong is gone, or is leaving, so that kind of hurts too, because Jeremy is great, and obviously I don't want to see him leave, but it happens, right? And then today, I'm reading articles, and Wirtz is leaving. This isn't really a big surprise to me. I kind of figured he was gone once Xabi was gone. I feel like him and Xabi had a connection, and I assumed, if Xabi was going to Real Madrid, Wirtz probably wasn't going to be far behind eventually. But I was wrong, sort of. Because it doesn't seem like Wirtz is going to Real Madrid. Instead, it seems like he's looking more toward the UK, specifically with Liverpool. Now, I think that's not a bad idea for Wirtz. I definitely understand why you'd want to go there. The Prem is, without a doubt, the highest financial place you can probably get. The Bundesliga is probably a close second, and La Liga is definitely up there too. But, I guess, now that it's happening, it's like, man, kind of hurts a little bit, And even knowing that, this was probably going to be the case, it was still kind of just where I feel like Leverkusen is in a spot where we have people coming up, but we're also losing the people that got us, the unwinnable season in the first place. So, there's some mixed emotions there. Now, I don't think Leverkusen is in a bad spot by any means. Whoever comes in and takes Xabi's spot as coach, as manager, is going to have work to do, definitely. They got to fix that defense. We can't have the draws that we had. We can't have the losses that we had going into the next season, the 25-26 season. And but with Wirtz leaving, I feel like that kind of leaves a hole a little bit, because he was the German wonder kid, but he was our wonder kid, and that made Wirtz special for for Leverkusen. So I have an article here that I'm gonna read, and it's from One Football, and we're gonna look through it real quick, and hopefully you'll understand kind of where I'm coming from. With everything, the craziness that is going on. Like I said, I don't normally cover a whole lot of transfer stuff. I made a video about Wirtz potentially leaving before, so this is kind of the sequel to that a little bit. Anyway, let's look at this. So here we are on One Football, and this was uploaded by EPL Index on May 24th of 2025. So this is actually yesterday as the time of this recording. Liverpool close in on Wirtz with Star Report at least scouting homes in UK. Now, yeah, that makes sense. Why wouldn't he go to Liverpool? They just won the Premier, right? So I mean, obviously people are going to be wanting to go there. So as we go through here, Florian Wirtz to Liverpool, a game-changing move in the making. Liverpool's strategic interest. Liverpool's pursuit of Florian Wirtz has gathered significant momentum, with The Athletic reporting that Bayern Munich no longer expect to sign the highly rated playmaker. The German international is believed to favor a move to Anfield if he departs Bayer Leverkusen this summer, a potential coup for Arne Slot in his early tenure as Liverpool boss. Yeah, I mean, I didn't think he was really going to go to Bayern anyway. I felt like if he was going to go anywhere, he's probably just going to follow Xabi. So, Real Madrid. I mean, why not? While nothing is confirmed due to the financial complexities of negotiating with Leverkusen, Wirtz's recent house hunting trip to the northwest of England is a telling sign. Bayern have already been informed of his preference, leaving Liverpool in pole position should talks advance. At just 22, Wirtz has become one of the most sought-after creative talents in Europe. His 2023-24 campaign was nothing short of sensational, with 18 goals, 20 assists, and 49 appearances, and a central role in Leverkusen's unbeaten domestic season. His reward? Bundesliga Player of the Season. The numbers are dazzling and reflect a talent maturing rapidly. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I think that makes sense quite a bit because, why wouldn't you want a player like that on your team? Any club ever would want a player like that on their team. So, but Wirtz has competition, believe it or not. He's got competition. There is an interesting comparison to be made between Wirtz and Liverpool's current primary attacking midfielder, Dominic Szoboszlai. Oh, I cannot pronounce his name. Szoboszlai. The Hungarian has offered intensity, pressing. I am sorry if I messed that name up. Awful with last names. Pressing and off-ball movement, especially in Arne Slot's system, which depends heavily on underlapping runs to free up Leverkusen's wide forwards. Hungarian guys, 5 goals and 6 assists in 34 Premier League appearances represent a solid if unspectacular return. Slot himself was quick to point out the need for more end product from his midfielders. That's where Wirtz excels. Wirtz is a very good midfielder. A lot of Leverkusen's success came from him in the unbeaten season and in last season as well. Wirtz's league numbers since the start of the season, 21 goals and 23 assists, are markedly better, though achieved in the Bundesliga. Still, the difference in style is pronounced. Wirtz's game is about finesse. He thrives on tight control, flicks, and positional awareness. He can break a press with a single touch or drift into spaces between the lines and thread a decisive pass. Compared to Szoboszlai's powerful drives and explosive energy, Wirtz is measured and surgical. What makes Wirtz particularly attractive to Liverpool is his positional flexibility. He can slot in behind the striker, float wide, or even drop deeper to help progress the ball. That adaptability would allow Slot to shuffle his attack depending on the opposition and potentially avoid the costly pursuit of a top-tier center forward. As Liverpool look ahead to life beyond Mohamed Salah, who turns 33 next month, Wirtz's young youth and creative vision make him an ideal long-term investment. He might not replace Salah directly, but his ability to contribute in a variety of attacking roles could help mitigate the eventual transition. In context, Wirtz is less of a like-for-like substitute and more of a multifunctional solution. That is a kind of the big thing that I wanted to point out here. I think Wirtz can Wirtz can be up front. He can be in the midfield very easily. And I think that's kind of Liverpool's general consensus as well. This is a guy that can do pretty much anything you need him to do, and he's going to do pretty much anything you ask him to do as a coach. So, I think it's a good choice for Liverpool. Yeah. The intent behind Liverpool's interest is as significant as the player himself. Securing Wirtz would not only bring an elite-level attacker to Anfield, it would also signal that Slot's vision for the club is already being backed. The phrase, definitely keen to leave his comfort zone at some point and experience something new. So Wirtz more or less is saying that he's leaving the Bundesliga. So, and that's fine. That's very, very fine. Obviously, he wants to go to the Prem, and if Liverpool is his ticket to the Prem, he's gonna take it. I mean, who wouldn't, right? It makes sense. So, Florian Wirtz to Liverpool, count us in. It's been years since a creative midfielder got fans genuinely buzzing like this. Watching Wirtz at Leverkusen was like watching Philippe Coutinho in his prime, but more disciplined and with better decision making in the final third. He's got that spark, he's got that control, and more importantly, he's got the confidence to carry a top European size. This article is really, really playing up Wirtz's skills, which is good. Like, it's a good article. And I don't disagree with anything it's saying, generally. I mean, I've watched the guy for 2 seasons now. He's been great. So, yeah. I mean, I've been following Leverkusen since 20... brain. At least 2022. But I've been watching matches, like, consistently for the past, 2-ish years. Slot wants intelligent players who can adapt, rotate, and keep the ball moving quickly. Wirtz would fit that mold perfectly. If we can make this deal happen, not only are we building for the post-Salah future, but we're announcing that we mean business under the new manager. Forget rivals like City or Bayern. The lad belongs at Anfield. Honestly, I think he should go for it. Obviously, he wants out of the Bundesliga. He wants to do something else. He wants a different challenge. He's won everything he can win in Germany, so it makes perfect sense that he would want to go someplace else. It does suck for Leverkusen, I think. As a fan of Leverkusen, I would prefer that he stayed, obviously, but ultimately, I don't make that decision, and I imagine he's the only one hopefully he's the only one making that decision. I hope no one's coercing him or anything. And if he wants a new challenge, he wants a new challenge. That's great. And what better place to prove that you're one of the best players in the world than the Prem? Makes sense to me. But yeah, Wirtz to Liverpool. I'm gonna have to start paying attention to the Premier League, aren't I? Is this the inevitability of everyone? Do all roads just eventually lead to the Prem? Well, it's whatever. Yeah. I hope he just does what makes him happy. So,